The showdown came in Vienna in October 1973, when representatives of the oil companies met with OPEC, the oil-producing countries, to discuss increasing the price of oil. Barely had the conference begun than politics of a different kind intervened.
3 machine guns let fly from the carrier before the Egyptian planes raced away across the desert, leaving 3 crashed behind them.
Israel was invaded by Egypt, and all eyes turned from Vienna to war.
Basically, we never met. The two sides, the Westerners and the mainly Arab OPEC people, stayed in their hotels. They were more concerned with the progress of the war.
Now the war had brought to a premature end the negotiations with the oil companies. OPEC just went it alone.
From that point on, the oil companies really, who had basically set the price previously by their negotiating posture, were never again in a position to say, this is the price that oil will fetch in the market. The OPEC, and principally the Arab members of OPEC, said, well, this is the price that oil's got to be. Take it or don't take it.
Severe shortages towards the end of 1973 followed as the Arab countries cut back their production. Iranian oil, though, was unaffected, and this was once again the main source of BP's supply. As the queues at the pumps grew longer, British Prime Minister Edward Heath decided to exert the power of his government's majority shareholding in BP and dictate where BP's oil went.
I was suddenly sent for by Heath. He asked me, is it possible for BP to supply the whole of the UK requirements, 100%?
Eric Rake said, well, of course, we have international and contractual obligations to all our customers.
But if we were to do so, we'd have to cut supplies to other European countries.
My Lord Mayor, it's natural that within Britain, public attention should focus on one particular consequence of war in the Middle East, its effect on our oil supplies.
And anyhow, Heath said, well, that's what I want you to do. And I, who am not a great expert on company law, said, but if I do that, sir, it will mean getting all European BP companies nationalized, because they'll be furious if we supply Britain.
But if the Prime Minister cares to issue a directive to say that, it is in the interest of Great Britain that BP dishonors its international contractual obligations.
If you give me a bit of paper to say that's what you want me to do.
And of course, that is a force majeure situation that I will be able to tell my customers about.
This all started the element of the government saying we must control our own resources, and also we must control BP with its interests there.